Hey, it's Riggs Rides back here again with a new video. I just want to tell you guys that yes, I am going to be making videos again. This is going to now be hopefully a semi-consistent upload basis. All depends on financial financial states at the time, right? But I went ahead and basically I'm going to show you guys where we're taking the new direction of this channel. I don't see a lot of RSX YouTubers out there. I know there's DC5 Parts, there's a couple other guys, but what I'm going to do is basically for those more budget-oriented guys out there, like someone like me who's married, 2 kids, single income household. We ain't got that much money to be blowing on car stuff. And someone else who might be in my similar situation, I actually don't know that much about cars. I think I know enough. You know, I can do an oil change, I can change spark plugs, but when it comes to like swapping a motor or wiring, it's very difficult. It's hard stuff. Gotta look at those DIYs online and really figure it out. And something that I saw that was missing from YouTube, and not to say that there aren't some really good sources out there, but nothing up to date, nothing recent, is a DC5 or RSX Foglight install. And so I went ahead and I went on eBay and I found the cheapest set of smoked Foglights that I could find. And not only that, but I also picked myself up a set of HIDs, which was a pretty cheap set as well, you know. So in total, this is about a $60 mod. Anyone can pull $60 out if you already have, you know, your car and you just want to give it a little bit more an aggressive look or just add some styling to it. I think anyone can do this. In the packaging, and I'm going to have the link to the exact products I purchased in the description, so if you want to go down there and check it out. This is what came with the actual Foglights themselves. Now, you do not have to purchase the HID kit that I purchased. These already come with bulbs mounted in them, but I wanted to go straight up and go straight to HIDs because my headlights are currently HID. So, right here we have the wiring harness. It has relays on it. They're single connector wires. You're going to have to ground it out to the chassis, blah, blah, blah. And then we're going to show you guys the right housing here. And I was actually pleasantly surprised with this. It seems like either a high quality plastic or actually an aluminum. No, it's definitely a polymer. It's definitely a plastic. But the housing itself is nice, symmetrical, everything seems good. Let's hope it lines up properly. And you got some mounting hardware. Besides that, there are no instructions in the box. So I really do think that this video will benefit anyone who might be in my position, who doesn't know that much about cars, but we're going to figure it out together. Something that was included in here that definitely may be of interest to a lot of people is you do get a Foglight switch for the RSX, so we definitely are going to want that to do a nice clean install on the inside. No just flipping the switch and your Foglights are always on. I'd much rather have individual control of my Foglights. So let's go ahead and get started. Very quickly, before we get down to the actual installation of the Foglights on the vehicle and the conversion to HIDs, I want to show you guys the HIDs, how they came. So you got your 2 sets of ballasts. You got 2 ballasts, very nice. They're actually pretty lightweight. They're plastic ballasts. They're not metal ballasts. You go ahead and you got your headlights. They're very well packaged with thick foam on the outside, and a connector adapter. Some more cabling. And what is nice about Zentek, which, like I said, all links in the description. They actually have a small instruction menu, which HIDs are pretty self-explanatory. You can't really mess it up, but we will go ahead and go over all that information as well. So, yeah guys, let's go get to it. And then, also, for the top side, you're going to want to remove the 4 plastic fasteners located up here on the top of the vehicle. And alright, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to set you guys up behind my shoulder here so you guys can watch me lay in the dirt and go ahead and take off this front bumper, and I'll catch up with you guys in a second.
I know you don't love me like you say you do. I know you don't love me like you say you do. I don't care.
Alrighty, so we've gone ahead and we've removed the front bumper cover. So we're going to go ahead and get started on mounting the fog lights. Alrighty, so I want to show you guys what we had going on so far right here. Once you remove the black plastic housing from your fog light, and you're left with this here, as you can see already mounted on the bumper. What you got to do is go ahead and remove this Phillips head screw. Alright, not remove, rather loosen. You're going to play with this a little bit till you have it to your satisfactory, I would say, because there's no way to truly hold it in place without a second set of hands. Alright, and you'll see the mounting brackets where they go. So we have one screw in one place, another fastener in the other location, and then we're going to go ahead and slide this last fastener in. Now what I recommend for this final fastener, right here in this case would be the top left corner of the bumper, but on this fog light would be the top right corner of the bumper, in relation to the bumper, is that you use a Phillips head screwdriver to get this top one mounted. Then you can go ahead and take your cover, which this is not the correct one. You can go ahead and take your cover. There is a small hole where this protruding piece of plastic inserts into. Slide it down into place. And because it is, you know, a cheap Chinese product, there will be some finagling, as we'll say. But you're just going to want to push your screw down and in. Kind of hard with my fantastic mounting surface here. Okay, so what I found to be the best method of attack here, just to getting these mounted, especially if you don't want to be bent over on the ground, is to go ahead and place your screw and the back plate, the back plate silver clamp. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. The back plate silver clamp, go ahead and place it on the bumper. Grab your fog light, run one of your bronze 10s into the fog light housing with this already attached to the bumper. Alright, and then go ahead and hold your housing up, run your screw through, and just get it started by hand. I went ahead and I did that for my bottom two holes, and then for the top hole, all I did, because of the angle of attack and the fact that my 10mm does not fit there, just take a Phillips head screwdriver and go ahead and run it through the final hole. So I apologize for the quality shift, but as you can see, the fog lamp is now well mounted with 3 bolts. I'm going to go ahead and leave her at 3. And I'm going to go ahead and install the cover. Alright YouTube, well, we are we're moving right along here. I actually kind of fucked up on you and didn't make an update in between. So just want to come in. Like I said last time, we went ahead, we got the fog lights mounted. They're just mounted in place, being held as such. Showed you guys how to mount those up and how to put those covers back on. We went ahead and pulled off the headlights, which if you don't know how to take them off, you're gonna have one bolt here, one bolt here. You're gonna have a side bolt right here, and then you're gonna have this bolt right here. All right, now that bolt right there is a bit of a pain to get. You're gonna need a super long extension. This one is actually not even long enough. What I had to do was use one of these screwdrivers here with another extension on it, my deep socket 10, and then a pair of pliers on the back to go ahead and break that off. But what we did is we ran our fog light harness right here through the bumper, and let's see if I can get an angle through the bumper support, sorry, the crash bumper as you want to call it. And we grounded we took our grounds and went ahead and grounded them here. I'm not sure what the name of this assembly is, but it's obviously just a ground for other cables. So we went ahead and popped this one into there with it. Here's your connector for your fog light. And if we come back over here, this temperature sensor right here, we just popped it off, broke this 10, and then placed the ground there, and then we closed it back off. All right, now funny thing, I'm gonna go ahead and flip you guys around actually. Helicopters. So now that the distraction is out of the way, you probably hear them still flying off there. I was actually having a little bit of difficulty here a second ago because I could not for the life of me find this 1-pin connector. And this 1-pin connector goes ahead and connects to this extension harness here. You see it's a male and female end. And if we look here, marked with blue tape, there's the harness. All right, I'm not sure if you guys can see that too well. Let me see if I can boost the exposure a little bit. But that thing was covered, it's covered currently in so much fucking grease. And it was tucked deeper under there that I couldn't find it. I spent 10-15 minutes like, where in the fuck did it go? But now that it's been located, I'm gonna go ahead and clean it off, get it hooked in, and then I'll update you guys in a second. All right, so I went ahead and got it cleaned off about as well as I could. And there you go, there you can see it right there. We're gonna go ahead and connect this harness up. Alrighty guys, well, came to a bit of an impasse here. Now I thought that I wasn't getting the correct angle whatsoever on this 1-pin connector. It's a female connector down in here. As you can see, I have more than enough access now after removing the battery. But as it seems in this kit right here, this is not the correct harness for that connector. So unfortunately, what I'm gonna have to do, and I really don't want to do this, but I'm gonna have to go grab some electrical tape. I'm gonna pop this 1 pin out, I'm gonna place it into the hole, and I'm just gonna electrical tape it up, and we'll go from there. Alrighty, so I know this is a terrible angle, but I want to be able to show you guys with 2 hands how to remove this connector from here, in case you didn't know. Okay, so there's a little flap on the top here. Now, unfortunately, my phone isn't going to be able to really pick it up, but if you look closely, you can see that there's a bit of brass or copper that's actually flapped out, and that'll actually lock into the connector itself, right? And then you'll see in the connector that there's a rectangular slit with a little cutout at the bottom of the rectangular slit for this to go in and lock into place. All you do is look at it from the plug side, take yourself something like a very tiny Allen wrench, just flatten it out, pull the thing out, comes out no problem. Now this is how it looks connected. I have no concerns that it is in fact connected. It is 110% in there, good to go. I'm just going to go ahead and grab some electrical tape, wrap it up, and I'll be back with you guys in a second. Alrighty, so we've gone ahead here And we've gotten our one pin good and connected. All right, rolled up multiple times on the tape from the wire directly to the harness, then from the wire loom over the harness as well, just to make sure we don't lose anything. I've decided to route it this way, going with this sensor here. I'm not really quite sure what SRS sensor. Okay, so that's going to be an airbag sensor there. And then went ahead here, wrapped it up a few times, took some of the excess, stuffed it in. You're going to connect your male-to-male connector. I just stuffed it in to the bash bar, the crash bar, just to the best place I guess I could go for it for right now. Now what we're going to do is we're going to head into the vehicle, and yeah. Okay, so we're in the vehicle now, and what we're going to do is we're going to start removing some of these panels underneath the vehicle. All right, we're going to be removing this panel here, and then we're going to be removing this panel here. So this panel and this panel, okay? And then we're going to need a flathead to take this off so we can go ahead and mount our button. Okay, I just want to show you guys how you're going to be removing these panels. You're going to find them locked in this position, okay, horizontally, like so. You're going to turn them counterclockwise as indicated, and then the panel will pull and lift out. There is no popping of any clips, so it'll be found like this. You're going to turn this one as well, counterclockwise, or I guess when it's under the vehicle. Yeah, well, you're going to turn it in the direction the arrow indicates. And again, there is no popping of clips, so be gentle and just pull it out, take your time. So I went ahead and popped off this panel, and the way you guys are going to do it is you're going to actually run your hand down underneath the dashboard, and you're going to push out this blank button, as long as you have a blank button, okay? And you won't need the flathead, because you can just push out this blank button, grab out here and pull. Don't worry about breaking anything. You're not going to break nothing. Just give it a good tug. Don't pull after, okay? Okay, so before I actually go ahead here and mount this relay, I want to show you guys where I've decided to actually place it. And I grabbed one of the 10mm bolts that came with the kit, okay? And I do apologize, this is going to be very difficult to see. I'm going to go ahead and flip you guys around. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to look under the dash here. And what you'll be able to see is this space right here, right where my finger's over, and this welded nut placed to it. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this relay and place it there. Okay, so I'll be back after that has been installed. Alright, so good news. The inner portion is going on without a hitch. So we got ahead and mounted our Foglight switch. Okay, now bear with me again. I really hope you guys will be able to see this. But we have our relay in place. Okay, we connected our harness. We connected our green harness to the back of this. One issue I had while connecting this here was the actual pin inside of this assembly was slightly bent. So I had to go ahead and bend that pin back straight. I guess that was just a defect from the factory. It is what it is. Now comes the interesting part. So what we're left with is a ground, our fuse, and these two wires here. Okay, now the issue that I see with this currently is that it's all red. Of course, because of that, will probably be the only speed bump that I personally run into, but you guys won't run into it because I'm going to show you how to do it. But there are three. Alright, quick editing note here, guys. You actually do not need to remove these screws at all whatsoever. You will not have to be removing your steering wheel column cover whatsoever. I will be going into that later in the video. Alright guys, so it's gotten dark, it started to rain, but as you can see, the switch is now working. Okay. That's odd. Alright, so if you couldn't tell, it's now the next day. The foglights have been mounted. They are working 100%. I'm going to go ahead and insert a video clip here. Alright, so I know I got the engine running, but I wanted to show you guys how the lights look at night. You cannot really tell how pink the HID fogs are, but they're pink, violet rather, and they look great. Okay, now we're back, and I want to show you guys what I did actually to go ahead and, man, I hope that isn't as loud as it is for me as it is for you guys. But no, what I did is I went ahead and got everything buttoned back up, but I want to show you guys where I ended up wiring it. Okay, and this may be the part that you're running into issues with. So, you know, I really want to make sure that everyone, when they get to this point in the video, this is probably where you're going to be most confused if you're watching other videos. So, if you saw the timestamp in the description and you're here now, now I'm going to show you the most important part, because everything else on installing Foglights is pretty fucking easy. Alright, so here we go. Okay, so this right here is the part of the video that everyone has the most questions to. So if you have an 05, 06, this portion is the part under your dash. Alright, you should have your steering wheel taken apart, and everything else. Now, what I will say is you do not have to take apart your steering column, because we did not end up going into the ignition here. Okay, we ended up going down into the fuse panel, I guess you could say, or that connection panel down there. Alright, and now, very clearly, because this is what I was very confused on looking online, if you see here, this is your actual fuse relay, right? Your red wire coming out of the fuse that originates from the fuse and goes to a single plug connection will be going to this single port on the right. Okay? Now, the other wire that comes out of the loom, okay? So this wire you see runs into the fuse and then back out. Now the other one that comes from the loom will be going into that 3-prong right there. Now, I attempted in that 3-prong plug, I attempted the connection on the furthest right. That connection did not work. So I bent up the far left connection and I went ahead and went with the connection in the center. And with the connection in the center, as you can see, the vehicle is not on. Accessory is now on. And now the vehicle is in run. Okay? You can see that I don't have any illumination issues that I was showing last night. Okay? If we go ahead and flip on, the illumination comes on. Okay? Something that I do want to show you guys is this light right here is always on. Now, that's something that I'm okay with. So I went ahead and left it on. Okay, it's just this loom light, even when the dash is not illuminated. Okay, when the rest of the vehicle is illuminated, you can see that it is still illuminated. Okay, and then the good news is that you can go ahead and turn your headlights off completely. All right, no parking lights, no nothing, no dash illumination is on. You can go ahead and click this in. All right, as you can see, the light is green. Refocus once again. The light is green. And if we head on outside, you'll see that the fog lights are beginning to warm up. Okay? Cool thing about these fog lights is they kind of start out green, and then as they warm up, they get their pink color. They kind of look white for a second. This one's already starting to go pink. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. All right, guys. So finally, we're at the end of the video, and wow, was it a long video? You know, to do some fog lights, and it was a long day. But I'm happy with the outcome. I'm happy how the RSX looks. I got a lot of plans for the vehicle, and I can't wait to share my journey along with you guys the whole way. So yeah, we're gonna do coilovers. Got to flip out that clutch because my transmission's acting up, and I got like sounds like something's hanging out in the transmission, just dangling around when it's idling. So that'll be fun. I can't wait to share that video with you guys. And I just want to show that you don't have to know everything. You don't have to be a mechanic to do these things. You can do them yourself, And yeah, man, I'm really excited to start this journey with everyone. So please leave a like, comment. I'll get back to any and every question you guys have. And please do subscribe for more future content. And you guys have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.
You got it right this time. Nothing is out of line. You know I'm wasted thinking about it. You got it right this time. Nothing is out of line. You know I'm wasted thinking about it.